I've never seen beadwork like this before. You wouldn't realize at first when you look at it, it just looks like a shirt, or it just looks like what you're standing in front of, the caution tape and the barrier.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything, I can't imagine how long it must have taken you.
Yeah, totally. Well, it's a very meditative practice, you could say. When I first started, I would be in my studio alone, but now we're based out of Hochelaga Maisonneuve, the studio, and I have around 7 people that will be working on projects with me periodically throughout the year. Years, actually.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
On the floor here, we have a long section of caution tape, and the way it looks, you would never realize until you look up closely and like, oh my goodness, this is beadwork. This is so much work and so intricately done. Another thing that caught my eye is the Giant Tiger and Sobey's ads. What gave you the idea to work with such ordinary things and make it into something so intricate and beautiful?
Well, when you're first experiencing the work, you'll see it at first as like a piece, like a caution tape or a construction fence or a flannel. But then there's like another level to the meaning there. Like for the grocery flyers, this is the 3rd and 4th in this series right now, because when the government had announced that they were going to be rising the food costs, I had picked up a Metro flyer on the ground because like I was just walking around, and then it was like sort of like sitting there, and it like looked like this like beautiful little drape against the snow, and I was like, wait. And then I like kept walking, and then I had realized that there was like something there. So I'm just sort of like documenting, you know, the cost of food as it goes up and what's available too.
Yeah, that's a good idea. My sister has one of the really old houses, like 150, 200 years old.
Yeah.
And she's been finding old newspaper clippings in it. And one of them was a great big clipping of different things on sale, everything from eggs to electronic equipment stuff. I think it's from the 30s. And a whole thing to go and figure out the inflation since then. Does it cost more now and then? And it was surprising because this was another inflationary time, similar to now. Just how similar they were having the same problems then.
Well, yeah, like the whole work like does focus on like economy too, but it also questions, you know, what we have available to us, and, you know, questioning what we put in our bodies too for that. Yeah, it's a piece that can connect to you. So like the things that I'm always trying to work with, like even like the lottery tickets over there, you know, there's that chance that you might win it big or you might change your life. So I'm always trying to focus in on like stories from my youth growing up, like my mom buying scratchers or something, and like, you know, that, or like even like a J-cloth sitting on a counter or in a car shop at my uncle's house. Yeah.
I like the construction work. I did construction labor when I was a little bit younger, and I saw this type of stuff around so much. You throw it in the garbage, and it's really interesting and poignant to see it as a work of art like that. Do you have any idea how many beads are in these?
Okay, well, the construction fence took us over a year when we were working on it, and we're about 5 people in the studio. So if you were to do it individually, it'd take about 5 years, do you know what I mean, just to make it. And the yellow caution tape here, the reason why it's so long is because I had placed an order for beads, and I didn't know the difference between pounds and kilos at the time. So actually there's like 3 variations of this caution tape here. There's like a danger tape, but the reason why they're so long is because I ended up ordering kilos of beads. So I was going to the bead store to pick up, and then the owner of the store was like, Nico, you're gonna have to bring a car this time. I was like, okay, that's not the problem, like, but why do I need a big car to bring it up? He's like, because you ordered kilos of bugle beads. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But also being in like Montreal, where my studio's based, that's where I find a lot of the things. So like they're always tearing up the land, and there's a lot of construction going down there. So that's why I had brought a piece of construction fence into the studio. And like when I go on lunch, like my studio team will be wondering like, oh no, what is he gonna bring back? Sometimes I'll bring back a flyer. Sometimes I'll bring back danger tape found into, you know, at the side of the road, and then we'll turn it into caution tape. So it's just depends, but you can really beat everything, and it just makes me excited, and working with the colors and the materials and how shiny it is and how it brings you in.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
What are some of your more, I would say, you love all of your artwork, but what are the ones you're most proud of that you feel like you want to show off to everyone? I
think the collection here for the Sobey right now is a wonderful survey of the work on what our studio has done. Like just having the beaded flannel here, for instance, it's wonderful because that belongs to an American collection. Okay. And this was actually only seen by the public for about 3 days at the New York Armory before going into that public. And it's acquired by the Gotchman family collection, and they're wonderful people. And I'm just excited that, you know, Canadians get to see this work that I had woven here on the territory. So when you have all these pieces together and condensed in a space like this, it just feels really great to share that with Canada.
I'm very excited to see some of this work. I appreciate you being here and doing this for us. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Oh, totally. Thank you.